decision despite America's bullying tactics. It also frightens me to think that someone like Donald Trump, who is openly racist, misogynistic and Islamophobic, has the power to make decisions that could impact us all. We need to ask ourselves, do we really want the world that he is shaping for our children? The world we live in for the better. We just need to believe it is possible. Let us begin by giving Donald Trump the welcome he deserves when he visits London in February. Let us come out in our thousands and send him this message.
Amdad Hasan Nimani Sahab, please come on the stage. Maulana Amdad Hasan Nimani Sahab.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम ख़वातीन व हज़रात मुझ मज़लूम औरत की इस झोंपड़ी को उसने गिरा दिया उसने अल्लाह की बारगाह में हाथ उठा के
Islam, and that is the occupation of Masjid al-Aqsa. And alhamdulillah, I have a very deep and close relationship with Masjid al-Aqsa. I have been taking groups from here, from the UK, taking travelers from the UK to visit our holy and sacred land of Masjid al-Aqsa for the previous few years. And I recently returned. I was there for about 5-6 weeks ago. I prayed my Friday prayer in Masjid al-Aqsa. And I have first-hand experience of seeing the constant torture and ill treatment of detainees. I have first-hand experience of seeing the constant oppression faced by the Palestinian people on a daily basis. I have experience of seeing unlawful killings of innocent civilians, and I have first-hand experience of seeing the daily sufferings that Palestinian people have to go through checkpoints whilst going to work every morning. I have to see the Palestinian people going through security checks whilst crossing borders, and I have seen the daily sufferings that these Palestinian people have to suffer on a daily basis. Masjid al-Aqsa has a huge significance to the Muslims.
Labbaik ya Aqsa, labbaik, labbaik, 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 labbaik ya Aqsa. We are here, we are here, we are here, O Aqsa.
Jazakallah khair, brother. Palestinian Forum in Britain, Dr. Dawood.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Brothers and sisters, there are some people who make business through blackmail and deception, and they got rich. They became billionaires, and they want to conduct international politics on the basis of blackmail and deception. This will not work anywhere, and not in Palestine. We say to them that blackmail and deception will not work because Masjid al-Aqsa is not for sale. Jerusalem is not for sale. It never was, and it never will be. We say to him, take some time away from the cameras. Take some time away from the TV and read the history. Read the history about Abdul Hamid, Sultan Abdul Hamid, what he said to Herzl when he asked for a foothold in Jerusalem. He said, Jerusalem does not belong to me. Tell Mr. Herzl to take his money and go away. And this is what we say to Mr. Trump. Take your money and go away. Jerusalem is not for sale. It does not belong to the Palestinians. It does not belong to Mahmoud Abbas. It belongs to all of you here. It belongs to all of us. And we're not giving it up. Let him keep his money. The Palestinians, they lived for thousands of years before America was created. For thousands of years, they had no American aid. And they can live for 1,000 more without American aid. As long as there is Zaytun and Zata in Palestine, they will survive. So we say to Mr. Trump, Thank you, Abbas, to hear this message from London, that he must stand firm. Stand firm, Mahmoud Abbas. Don't compromise, because the world is watching you, and the world is with you until Jerusalem is free. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Dr. Dawood Abdallah. Free, 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 from the river to the sea. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is still a state. Israel is still a state. Free, free. Free, free. Free, free. Free, free. Free, free.
I think it's very encouraging that as we have started this rally, more and more people are joining us. There was an unfortunate incident that M6 was closed for a certain part of this morning, and therefore some coaches coming from the north were delayed. But now we have got a very decent turnout for this.
They represent Free Speech on Israel, which is a Jewish-led group to enable us to tell the truth about Israel's crimes and about the oppression of the Palestinian people. But I want to start off by saying the difference between a Jew, an Israeli and a Zionist. I'm a Jew because I was brought up a Jew. It's not to do with my religion, it's to do with my background. But not all Jews are Israeli, not all Jews are Zionists. Israelis. 1 in 5 Israelis are Palestinians. They are not Jews, and as far as I know, none of them are Zionists. So we have Israelis, and then we have Zionists. Not all Zionists are Jews, not all Zionists are Israelis. Who are very powerful are the Christian Zionists of America, and it is the Christian Zionists of America who are driving Donald Trump. So you can be a Zionist without being a Jew, without being an Israeli. We have to know who our enemies are. Our enemies are the Zionists and the Israeli state and the Israeli occupation forces. Now, what did Trump do? He did it not to please the American Jews. Most of
ऐसा आलिम होगा कि अगर ये तमाम इकट्ठे होकर कदम आगे बढ़ाए तो फिर आपके पास कोई जवाब नहीं होगा। अल्लाह ताला आपको समझ अता फरमाए और रब्बे करीम फ़लस्तीनियों का हक उन्हें अता फरमाए। आखिर दावा अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन।
Like to call Maulana Tariq Masood Saab, please come on the stage and give a briefly message. Maulana Tariq.
نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear protester, I want to present 3 resolutions for which I need your attention and approval, please. Consequences of their human rights violation in Palestine. Are you approve this resolution? Please raise up your hand. Thank you very much participation in today protest against the Israeli terrorism of Israel. State terrorism of Israel. Please raise your hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Free, free! Free, free! Free, free!
Now I request to Maulana Sajjad Saab, please come on the stage and give a brief message.
Bismillah ar-Rahman. To the world war, Mr. Trump, you have created many problems. Mr. Trump, who gave you the right to decide that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. It is not the capital of Israel. It's the capital of Palestine. And you.
Dear respectable brothers and sisters, one thing is very important for me and for you as well. First of all, we are not against American people and we are not creating hate against any American people and American subjects. That's it. So some agencies, some media channels, they are creating an environment of hate between Muslims and American people. We are totally condemn this policy. Number one. Number two, the declaration of Israel, Al-Aqsa, Baitul Maqdis, Jerusalem as a capital of Israel by Mr. Trump. This decision by Mr. Trump is creating more situation of hate and it is giving more provoking position for terrorists. This is very important thing. So I say that all, not only Muslims, even Christians are taking this decision as a fuel into fire. So that's why I request to all the American people, don't evils and creator of hardships, and I pray to Allah Rabbul Alameen to create the situation of peace for all the Muslims all over the world and especially the people of Palestine. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! Free, free!
I've got a couple of announcements to make. I think we've got a very good demonstration today outside the US Embassy, but it has cost us some money to put this together. So
it's a privilege to be here and to speak to this demonstration. I'm Glyn Secker, Executive Committee of Jews for Justice for Palestinians. We're the largest Jewish group in the UK who stands up for Palestinian human rights. What we have to say about the current situation is this. Trump's announcement, Jerusalem is Israel's capital, gave the green light to the total annexation of Jerusalem, to the expulsion of all Palestinians, and is a direct threat to Al-Aqsa itself. And what is incredible about this is that the Board of Deputies of British Jews lauded Trump's announcement, thus linking arms with the most extreme, right-wing, violent settlers and the most ruthless expansionist government Israel has ever seen. Since Israel's occupation of Jerusalem in 1967, 80% of its Palestinians have lived in poverty, suffered statewide discrimination, are denied citizenship, have their residency permits revoked and are frequently expelled. And they have no vote for the government which controls them. This is the democracy that Israel boasts about. Over the last decade, in Jerusalem, 2,000 Palestinian homes have been demolished, with owners humiliated by being forced to wield the hammer themselves or pay for the bulldozer, many of which are supplied by a British company, JCB. Just 25 kilometers away is a small town called Nabi Saleh, which has suffered the same attacks and abuse for a decade. Recently,
Palestine! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Free, free. Palestine. Free, free. Palestine. فلسطين برافو على العدوية. Free, free. Palestine. 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 Free, free. Palestine.
Free, free. Free, free. Free, free. Now I would like to call Maulana Tariq Masood